the Black Hand, an infamous secret society whose members plotted to overthrow the government and restore the monarchy. It all started when Italy was still under the rule of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. A group of intellectuals known as the Young Italians began to plot against the empire. They believed that Italy should be a free and independent nation, and they were willing to do whatever it took to make that happen. In 1860, they formed a secret society called the Black Hand. The name may sound familiar to you as it was also used by a similar organization in World War I. But this is a different story. The Italian Black Hand was led by a charismatic and mysterious man known as the Professor. He was a former soldier and military engineer who had become disillusioned with the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Along with other members of the Young Italians, he had spent years in exile plotting the downfall of the empire. Their plan was simple, yet audacious. They would assassinate the Austrian emperor and put the blame on the Germans. This would cause such a scandal that the Austrians would be forced to abdicate the throne and Italy would finally be free. However, there was a problem. The emperor was heavily guarded, and any attempt to assassinate him would be nearly impossible. But the Black Hand didn't care. They were willing to take the risk. In 1866, they attempted to assassinate the emperor, but the plot was discovered and foiled. Many members of the Black Hand were arrested and executed, but the professor managed to escape. He fled to Switzerland, where he continued to plot the downfall of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. He knew that he couldn't do it alone and reached out to his old friend, Joseph Mazzini. Mazzini was a revolutionary who had been exiled from Italy for his involvement in a previous plot to overthrow the government. The two met in secret and made plans to assassinate the Austrian emperor. They recruited several members of Mazzini's group, including a young man named Leo Ferraris. Ferraris was a former soldier who had become a member of Mazzini's group after being exiled from Italy. He was the perfect man for the job. On June 1867, Ferraris made his move. He infiltrated the heavily guarded palace and made his way to the emperor's private chambers. However, just as he was about to strike the fatal blow, he was discovered. A struggle ensued and the emperor was wounded, but he survived the assassination attempt. Ferraris was captured and executed, but the professor and Mazzini escaped. They knew that they had caused the death of an innocent man and felt guilty. They also knew that their dream of a free Italy was dying with him. In 1870, the professor died of a heart attack. And in 1872, Mazzini passed away from complications from a previous illness. Both men died believing that their dream of a free Italy would never come true. However, their sacrifice did not go in vain. In 1871, Italy was finally declared a free and independent nation. Hey, thank you for watching. Please click like, subscribe, and notify for more videos.